Hello, everybody, and I hope everybody had an easy like Sunday morning, but I didn't make it easy like Sunday morning. We're gonna have an easy like Sunday evening. How about that? Also, I figured coffee and cards would be perfect to wind this day down. The energies are flowing, they're crazy. I want everybody to remember what I said yesterday in a card reading. I said it felt like I couldn't explain what I was feeling. I still can't. All I know is I'm picking up everybody's energies. And I said, I thought that it felt like they were zinging by me like arrows. And I went like this, like I was, uh, dodging them. And I told my husband about that. And then I'm sitting here meditating and I was throwing, the cards and my midnight meditation, and a card flew out. And when you guys see it, and we've got all fire again, just about in this reading. So there is some serious energies that are really floating around out there. So let's get into this reading. I hope everybody's staying warm and I hope everybody's doing some beautiful manifesting in your life and doing some meditation and manifesting beautiful weather for everybody because we're getting some really cold weather down here in Florida. And I know that the north they're having electric problems. I'm sure everybody's getting some chaotic weather. So let's just do some meditation and some manifestation and manifest some beautiful weather for people. Uh, the first card, and we do have a message at the end. I did decode some things tonight with this reading. And the first card that came out was the Four of Fire. There's the arrow. And I am a fire sign, Leo. So that is what I was feeling yesterday in this card reading. And I was really shocked that this card came out. And I looked at my husband. I said, "Look what just flew out." And he remembered the conversation we had with me feeling like arrows were flinging by me. And this is when the Four of Fire appears, it symbolizes a warning that something may be falling short of its target. Despite all caution and care, something may be about to go awry and not as planned. You may or may not be able to determine the cause, but just in case, it is time for scrutiny and double checking. Maybe a little adjustment here and there can get things headed in the right direction. Once more, now is not the time for complacency. Be vigilant and prepare to act if needed. Um, yeah, that card makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's all I can say because I felt this yesterday, and yesterday we had all fire, and fire is just what it is. It is fire. We also got with that card the King of Ocean, and that is an order card. And that is also a number four. So we got two double fours in this one. It's time to get your work, finances, or home in order and take control to protect your assets. You have the power. Focus, protection, wisdom, organization, authority, leadership, and boundaries. I keep telling people we really need to work on our boundaries. When we're crossing boundaries, we have to step back and realize what we did because everybody has a boundaries and they have right to their boundaries. And that's something everybody needs to work on, all of us, because we all do it. Rethink about the perception of how others feel where you may not have that type of boundary, but they do. So just be conscious of that and be loving about that. The next card that we got was another fire card. We got a lot of fire, guy. I mean, we got fired last night too. It was interesting. And we got the eight of fire, and this is a beautiful card. Um, she is just lit up. Her her third eye, her everything is lit up on her. She's transformation through action. And you know what? This order and action. Be vigilant. This is an action card. Change on a physical level. It is time to act. Give something a new purpose. Transmute negative energy. A renewed sense of purpose. Inaction may yield unwelcome changes. Uh, The Eight of Fire symbolizes transformation through action, change on a physical level that brings freedom and joy. It is time to start a new job or quit one. It is time to move house because the one you are living in restricts and hampers you. Or it is time to lose a little bit of weight and increase your mobility and physical fitness. It is time to set yourself free of unnecessary weight, whether it be physical, emotional, or psychological, so you can move through life with more ease. If you need to make real changes in your life, now is the time to do it. No more thinking, no more planning, and no more dreaming. Now is the time to get up off the couch, to act and transform yourself or your life, or take an idea, a possession, something in your life or space and repurpose or transform it. It may be something as simple as painting a room, making it brighter, lighter. Maybe it's time to clean house from one end to the other, banishing dust and cobwebs, getting rid of all that doesn't serve your purpose or is broken and unused. Regardless, this is a time of action and change, and it is a change that once experienced will bring you a sense of freedom, of weight lifted. You will feel reborn and will face the future with a renewed sense of purpose. Regardless of what, it is time to transmute one state of being into another. It is time to act and to enjoy. I agree. That would be wonderful. So the next one we got was another four, and it was the Four of Pentacles. Security. Enjoy this period of calm and order, but stay open to new possibilities, to keep looking for new ways to expand your empire. This is the security card of the tarot. When your finances are on track and work and relationships are happy and stable, you are able to provide and care for others. Overall, you've reached a point at which you can sit back a while and appreciate the strong foundation you have built. However, because this security has been hard won, you may resist positive change. That's a pretty good card. So the next card we got was self. And um, self is a number 14, which goes to a five. And we have really had a lot of the self card. Ask yourself, who was I? Am I still the same person I was then? Or have I grown and changed? Am I holding on to an outdated idea of who I am that needs to be changed? You are not the same person you were 10 years ago. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago. Sometimes change occurs so swiftly that you can be a very different person from one day to the next. Every experience changes you, sometimes in small ways and sometimes in monumental ways. And we do not walk through life without experiencing change. Sometimes the change occurs within the mind when your thoughts and perception are altered. At other times, the changes are physical and noticeable to all. You change from one day to the next, even if that change is only that you are one day older. You cannot remain untouched and unchanged if you are alive and living your life. Time and motion brings change. So what marks has your past made upon you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually? Do you believe your past experiences have shaped you for the better or worse? Do you look back with pride or do you look back with regret? Learn from those regrets and then let them go. They serve no purpose except to weigh you down if you hold on to them. Do you wish for a different life or would you not change a single moment because you like who you are and know the one different choice or experience might have given rise to a totally different person? When the self card appears, it says that while your past has shaped you, it does not have to define you, and it should never be allowed to limit you. Who you are is from you to determine, not your family, not your friends, not society, you. That's a great way to look at the self card because we really have to dive deep into working on ourselves. And that is really hard. I mean, it's really hard when you've lived in the 3D matrix of society to not let yourself judge people, to not think, well, they could do better for themselves, or they could do this, or they could eat better, or they. We don't know their story at all, period. Zip. We don't know them from Adam. All we do is see the body, the outside of the person. We don't know the pain that's inside. We don't know the stories that they have. We don't know nothing. So, really, we should try not to judge and just watch our trigger moments with everything right now. Right now, it seems like everybody is triggered of something. There's so much going on in the world right now. I don't know. People are having a hard time reacting to everything. Now, with the self card, we got the Eight of Swords. We got a lot of swords, and that's restriction again. Um, Get practical and see that you are in control of your own future, regardless of what others think. You can free yourself by being less tolerant of the demands of others. I think we all do that. I'm guilty. I put up with others' demands and I don't think of myself. And a lot of us do that. It's either too much of the person thinking about themselves too much or not enough. So it has to be a happy balance. And I knew with all these swords and all the fire coming out that it wasn't a happy balance, whoever's watching this. And I felt a lot of the cards too. So this is a collective reading for everybody. And one card might resonate with your life. All of the cards might resonate with your life or a friend or someone that's going through it. We're all going through a lot right now. And we also got the scribe. And when we get the scribe, what I say about the scribe is back your stuff up because the scribe is he's the archiver. Value the written word by writing things down. Document your life journey. Make multiple copies of your digital files. A need to censor yourself and guard your personal information. This is telling you that guard your information, back your files up. He's the keeper of knowledge and information about past, present, and future. That's what he is. He is a priestly man, although not necessarily a religious one. His religion is knowledge and wisdom, tradition, myths and law, philosophy, religion and science, mathematical. His world is all about knowledge and writing and wisdom. So that is what the scribe does. And he is telling us to back up our files. And I always tell everybody with what's going on in the digital AI world right now and with our world, if you have anything online, back it up. Because that's what the scribe does. He tells us to write things down. He tells us to write our own story. He tells us to back things up. And you need to keep your cards close and what you know to yourself. There is a chance that someone around you is only interested in harvesting your knowledge on a particular subject so that they can use the information that you have in order to better themselves. If it were a sharing of knowledge, it would be an opportunity for a great mutual exchange and meeting of the minds. However, when the scribe appears, this is most likely not the case. It also signifies a need for you to censor yourself, even if there is no specific person seeking to benefit personally from your knowledge. You might be giving out too much personal information about yourself, and by placing yourself at risk of someone taking advantage of the knowledge you share. Protect your personal and private information. It is far too easy for others to take advantage if you give them the means to do so without considering the risks and consequences. Yeah, we really need to be careful right now with everything. And that is a good card. I like the scribe when he appears. He's a pretty cool dude. The next card that we got was the number 5, and it was the high priestess. It was wisdom. And that's what we got for the scribe. That was the clarifier. Listen to your inner wisdom, which will guide you towards a new educational path, belief, or a teacher. Uh, yeah, orthodox religion, marriage, and ceremony, wisdom, and powerful leadership are the gifts of the high priestess, a man of learning. The high priest suggests the education may be an option for you now. He also predicts unity in 2 ways, in body, mind, and soul. So you feel connected to your intuition and close to your guides. And secondly, he represents the unity of 2 people as they come together as one. An addition meaning of this card is convention and tradition, but if this isn't for you, you may feel restricted by another's traditional beliefs. There's another restriction card. I guess we're all restricted in some way, shape, or form. This is the last fire sign, and we got the 3 of fire. And I always call this guy the like the takeoff kid. He's like, I'm just going. See ya. Here's my hobo bag. Got my belt. Smiling. See you bye. Wind blowing through my hair. Necessary sacrifice. Experimental practice and refine. Avoid copying those who inspire. Put your objectives first. Avoid cutting corners. Pay attention to details. Have you lost your direction? When the 3 appears, you're reading, it represents a need to look closely at what you are doing. Watch where you are going. Do not allow yourself to fall or trip and become lost. Do not lose sight of them. If there's something you might be missing because you have not paid close attention, are you cutting corners that may ultimately cost you more than they have saved you because you might destroy a good reputation? Think back to your original plans and what you hope to achieve. Are you living true to your vision, or have you lost your way? Take a moment and to pause and get your bearings so you can move forward with confidence. Yeah, he's kind of a little confidence card. I mean, he's a little ego guy, but he also likes to just pick up and go with his little hobo bag. So, yeah, that was a lot of fire coming out on that one. And the one we got with the 3 of fire was the hangman, and that's limbo. I think I mentioned limbo yesterday too. It was like, I don't know. Yesterday and today, since January 6th, it's been really, really funky. My world's been really funky. This is waiting time, frustration, sacrifice, insight, purpose, and viewpoints. Use the waiting time to see your situation in a new light and find alternative perspectives. You may find an ingenious solution or gain a valuable insight. When the hangman arrives in your reading, you cannot move forward, stuck in limbo. You may be waiting for a decision to be made, or generally feel that some aspect of your life are on hold as relationships and projects remain static. This lack of control can leave you frustrated, and you may decide to reach a compromise rather than hanging around much longer. However, the hangman asks you to stay calm and think through your options rather than rush to find an instant way out of a bind. This needs to be time wasted after all. The limbo card is, yeah, I would say there's a lot of people in limbo right now. Limbo that we're waiting for this crap show to be over, and we're trusting the plan, but we're sick of the movie because we're living in the Truman Show, I think. That's my opinion now. And the last card that we got, I think this was the last card. Yeah, it was the Three of Swords. It was heartache. Feel the pain and see the truth of the matter. The situation has happened for a reason. Yeah, I believe it. This three is the heartbreak card of the tarot, but thankfully it is a minor arcana card signifying a transient event that you will process and heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, and disappointments. The positive of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand. You see the truth. This three can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. Yeah, I think everybody in the world is stressed right now. I'm telling you. I can get unstressed when I go into my meditation modes, but sometimes this life, stresses me out. I've got a mother with dementia. I got a father with dementia now, and in the hospital, he's 90. My mother's 83. I got a brother in Pennsylvania taking care of him. Everybody has problems and they just keep piling and piling. And people will say, well, you need some more here. Boom. Here, let me give you some more. Boom. Maybe that's that arrow going back and forth, in my world. Now, actually, I don't have coffee. I ran out of coffee. I got to go to the store tomorrow. I've got cappuccino. I remembered I had cappuccino, and it's caramel swirl cappuccino, and it's really good. And I needed it. It's been a long day. I was like, I need caffeine, and I need coffee, and I need coffee and cards because this relaxes me. This is my relaxing moment, my Shambhala, my home away from home, and this is my time. This is my time to just be me and enjoy the company of you beautiful, beautiful souls. So we got two cards that just flew out of the practical magic. And I was really, really shocked when these two cards flew out because the first card that we got was a 34 embody forgiveness, crown of stars and thorns. And this is an amazing card. She's got the crescent moon over her. She's got a white owl that's coming down and landing on her. And she's got the crown of thorns on her head, like Jesus had. And she is it's just an amazing card. I mean, it really is. Let's see what she has to say. Using my other card. Okay. Have the courage to walk your own path, be true to yourself, and reveal the real you. Authenticity is your greatest gift, even if the cost seems high. Life is full of small hurts and minor misunderstandings of unintentional, upsetting people and being upset yourself. Usually it's not malicious and there's no intent to cause harm, but that doesn't take the sting out of it or make it any more pleasant for the person on the receiving end. Every time I do a reading and every time these cards fly out, they have so much to do with the world around me. And I can't, it's just crazy. I mean, I can really resonate with that card. I gotta get this other card put in if it wants to keep flying out. Um, Communication and explanation of intention can go a long way to avoid conflict. Ask if the person meant what you think they did before you puff up and righteously ignite and clarify your own intention. If someone seems upset by something you've said or done, sometimes, however, real hurt is inflicted. At some point in their lives, most people will need to ask or grant forgiveness for a serious wrong. If this card appears in your reading, it's a message that it's time for you to forgive. You are holding on to a grudge that's weighing you down as much as the person it's directed at. Are you refusing to forgive someone for hurting you despite their many efforts to make it up to you? Has someone repeatedly apologized to you, but you don't want to accept it because you enjoy having some kind of power over them? Is casting the other person as the villain helping you justify your own less than stellar behavior? Whatever the reason, it's time for you to truly consider forgiveness, to be the bigger person and let go of your need to be right. Forgive someone Forgiving someone doesn't mean condoning bad behavior or accepting ill treatment, though. You shouldn't continue a damaging relationship or remain in a situation that causes you pain, but you can release the power it's wielding over you. Refusing to forgive someone doesn't just affect them, it impacts on you as well. Your bitterness and resentment can poison you and keep you energetically bound together. Send them love and grant them forgiveness, not just for their sake, but for yours. Heal your own hurt and free yourself from the prison you've constructed around you by holding on to your anger. Release your pain by releasing the energy that binds you to them. And if it's yourself that you need to forgive, this can be even harder because most people are more accepting of someone else's bad behavior than their own, more understanding, more willing to make allowances, and less judgmental. But this card is a sign that it's time to forgive yourself, the wounded you, the young you, the scared and scared you. Wow, that's that's an interesting card. If your actions have caused hurt to someone else, apologize and make amends with no expectation of forgiveness or being friends again. You only have power over the responsibility for your own actions, and all you can control is your half of the relationship and the things you say and do. If it's yourself that you've hurt or you're ashamed of something you did, be gentle with yourself. Don't define who you are and what you're capable of by one mistake. You deserve a second chance and a third. You deserve the chances to learn from your error in judgment and to move forward wiser and more compassionate and to offer that same blessing to those you've hurt that have hurt you. That is a really good message because when I was going through the dark night of the soul, that was one thing that Dolores Cannon said, that you have to forgive everything that's ever been done to you. And I did. One night, it was really interesting. I was meditating one night and I was talking to Source and Mother Earth. And I was telling them that I wanted to release all of them with love and forgiveness. And that doesn't mean that I want them back in my life if they terrorize me or something like that. But if you release them with love and forgiveness, uh, you don't remember it anymore. I mean, I remember things, but I just don't think about them. I don't hang on to any of them. And it was really interesting when I did that. The night I did that in my meditation, I remember I had that dream. I was in a lucid dream. And I remember when I started remembering everything that happened to me, it was like a rewind in my life. It was like I think I tuned into the Akashic records because I seen everything from when I was a little child. I don't even know how old I was. I was just little. I seen every one that ever hurt me, and I forgave them with love and broke the contract. What I said was, I release you with love and I break the contract. So, because we all have a contract with each other, we all came down here for a reason, and we were all in somebody's life for a reason, whether it was a long term, a short term, it wasn't ever, it was just a passing by. We all had a contract with somebody, and we have to release them with love because I really feel that people that are angry and people that are hurt and people that are happy and people that are sad, I mean, either way, uh, we've all had hurt in our life. We've all had things, and a lot of us do not know how to react because we've been so hurt. We just want to lash out, and we have to get it under control and we have to forgive because if we don't forgive and we just hang on to things, it won't bring us to peace. It will make us sad all the time. Because the next card, something really needs to be forgiven. And I thought it was pretty crazy that both of these cards, because these cards have been shuffled, split many times. And this card that came up, this is the back of these cards, Practical Magic. See this card? This is the card we got. There's also a card for it. It's a number 35. And I have been seeing crows, and I've been saying that. The crow, this is an owl, but I have been hearing the caw of a crow, and I mentioned that the other day about the crow. And the feathers coming down. You know, I've been writing this stuff down in this book so I would remember things because my dream journal is just about full. But I remember writing it down in here about the crow. Now maybe I've got so many notes. Okay. But we did talk about a crow the other day, and this has a crow. And it's called Ask for Forgiveness, Forgiveness. When you are in the wrong or have caused someone pain, be brave enough to acknowledge your part and make amends. I think this is crazy that this come out tonight. I think, like I said, I think a lot of energy that's flowing around me right now and ricocheting off me is bringing these cards out very heavy duty because these cards have meaning to me. One of the most difficult things to do is accept that you have hurt somebody you care about, whether you've accidentally offended someone or done so knowingly. Be aware of the impact of your actions and what you need to do to remedy the situation. It's human nature to think that you're always in the right and the other person is wrong. The brain is wired to edit your story and recast you as blameless. And it's uncomfortable to be faced with the possibility that you are at fault. Everyone on earth has caused to hurt or pain at someone's point. Even with the best intentions, misunderstandings can occur. Know though that someone can be mad at you and or disappointed in you, but still love you. How your loved ones feel about you is not conditional on you you never, that didn't even make sense. I don't know. Make a mistake, but apologize. Making amends, vowing to change, and asking for their forgiveness will go a long way to remedy it when you do. When this card turns up, it's asking you to examine your own behavior and do some serious soul searching. Take a deeper look at some recent conflicts and examine your role in other people's lives and the potential hurt you've caused, whether knowing or not. It's easier to hold on to the idea that you were the victim in every painful situation, always the innocent and wronged party, but start to consider the possibilities that the other person sees themselves as the victim too. and you as the one who wronged them. Sometimes the pain may be based on a simple misunderstanding or a shared responsibility. In this case, being able to face your part in it, say sorry, and hear the other person's side of things can lead to healing and improved relationship. But sometimes the fault will lie with you. And being brave enough to acknowledge your part is a situation and the damage you caused can be freeing. And hopeful you will find the courage to make amends to the person you wounded, apologize, and ask for forgiveness. It may also be enough that you finally understand the truth can reframe your own perceptions and will alter your behavior in the future. Be aware of whether you have been cruel, caused chaos and pain, or hurt someone. If a friendship has felt different or someone seems to be avoiding you, or pulling away, gently and carefully ask if you have offended them. Don't be accusatory and don't get defensive. If they say yes, allow them to speak their truth without interpretation. Listen, really listen to what they are telling you. Reassure them that you have heard them. You may be the blameless lead in your own life story, but you're not always in the right. Be open to learning how your behavior and your words have affected people. Aim for growth and understanding and the healing of wounds, yours and theirs. Finally, express that you've learned about yourself. Tell them you recognize what you did wrong, then demonstrate what you will do to change your behavior or make amends. Saying you're worried without vowing to do better is meaningless and hollow. Promise you will improve, then humble ask for gift for forgiveness. Yeah, that is being humble, and that is a very interesting those are interesting cards that came out. I swear there is no coincidence in my cards. When I do a meditation, I cut the cards, I knock on them 3 times, and I start shuffling and they fly out. That's how I do it. Some people cut them, shuffle them, and pull them out. I don't, they fly out. So that way I get the energy from the cards. I get everybody's collective, and trust me, I have been feeling everybody's collective lately. Now, we have some other cards, and what's interesting about this is the Messenger Oracle, and this is the card we got, and it's called Be Honest. Just lost my page. There it is. Sometimes being honest can be difficult. However, truthfulness can bring clarity and increase understanding. Be honest to yourself. Do not lessen your personal power by accepting an easy or kind lie over a harder truth. Expect and demand honesty from yourself and those who share your life, and you will not only walk in the light, you will be the light. Oh, I love that. That's the page is in number 17 too. I love number 17. That's my favorite letter in the alphabet. Let's see. Now, I'm gonna say what's interesting about these. We've got dragons. We got 2 cards coming up, and they both have dragons. I don't think this one had a dragon. This, what's interesting about this one, let me see what color my ring is. Yeah, okay. My mood ring was green earlier today. It's purple now, and she's got purple crystals right there. I noticed that. She's blind, but she's got light beaming out of her eyes, and she's got the third eye open. So she's pretty, and she's got like gold and okay, I see something interesting. She's got the lotus flower right here above the third eye, the flower of life. That's beautiful. Okay. Wasn't sure. I didn't really see that card. Now we got Be Patient, and we got the dragon. Now is not the time to act. Now is the time to show self-restraint, to be patient and wait. Do not let your desire for an outcome or resolution result in one. that is not your liking because you forced it to manifest before it was time. Trust that all will be as it is meant to be when it is meant to be. Be still, let go of all frustration and impatience, and remember that good things come to those who wait. And I completely agree. I have a mission, and what people don't understand is I know what my mission is. My human design was all love. It was love. And that has always been my human design. And I know that people are lost, angry, sad, frustrated. And that is why I'm here. And I put up with more than I should put up with people because I love. And people hurt, people need, and sometimes people walk away, but sometimes people don't. Nurture all you love. It's interesting that I just said that, huh? Okay. Take the time to nurture the things you care about so that they may flourish and grow. Your hopes, your dreams, your body, your mind, your spirit, your creation, and your relationship. All that is you needs to be cherished, loved, honored, and respected. Without care and attention, these aspects of self can fall into a state of neglect that does not only harm to both you and the world around you. Nurture them, and they will bring you peace and fulfillment. Yeah, that's a pretty card. And, I always think about this. When I watched a movie one time, it said, uh, you don't leave your partner in the fire. When there's a fire going on in your world, whatever it may be, um, you don't leave your partner in the fire. So I've always remembered that. So this has been a very interesting read so far. We got the Soul Helper Oracle, and I don't even think we've ever got this card. I have seen this card in there. It's a number 26. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. The realm of your truth is opening up. And if you look at this dragon, it's got like a crystal ball and it's got energy all around it. And that was the one that said, nurture all you love. Now, and that's a number, that's a 26, so that's an 8. That's the infinity. The truth is reflected in the eyes of your dragon. The love of the divine source of all beings sparkles within them. Your dragon is calling on you to become a truly loving person. When you are united with your dragon and have a profound understanding of what your dragon is, you create an energy field that will guide you into your own blessed light, into a realm of truth and wisdom. With your dragon's eyes, you will see more. With your dragon's heart, you will feel more. And with your dragon's mind, you will understand the spirit of all things. Your dragon's love will heal every aspect of your being. You will perceive the true reason why you are here. Through the fire of love, this being will dissolve all the conditioning of the past that could divert you from the path of your truth. When you are your own pure truth, you will be able to make decisions that are worthy of you in your soul path, free from fear and your lower self. The love of your dragon is guiding you out of the shadows and into the light, onto the path for which you are intended. It is only on the path lined with wisdom and self-awareness that you will find your truth and hear the whisper of your soul. Your soul helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the dragon, the herbal essence is the spikenard, The healing crystal is the diamond, and the number is 8. Isn't that interesting how our uh, power animal is the dragon and we just got two of them? I guess that's telling us something. And I said that you don't leave your partner in the fire, and it talked about the fire. So, and I didn't read it. So I thought that was interesting. It's like you don't have to try when you're channeling stuff. It just comes. I mean, and it's not by accident. You'll find what you're doing when you're doing it. You'll find that it is uh, God, the Christ consciousness within in your heart space, telling you what you need to say and what you need to do. Okay, let's see. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers the strength to create something that will last for all time. Should you want it to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. I love that card. That is a great card. Oh, I can't wait to go to bed. After this reading, I will download it. I'm going to bed. I've had a long day. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be Monday. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now we got the angels and ancestors. We got two. We got the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears and your flesh. The Water Guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depths of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages they have for you and to unlock your intuition powers and the energies of abundance. Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad. They are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them, let them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you and support and love you. I like that card. The next card we got was the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusion and blockages. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun and moon, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cycle energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behaviors. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive and psychic urges are increasing. So take note of any feeling arising at this time. There are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets, she reveals all. That was a great card too. They're all good. I love them all. Okay. We have never got this card. This is the Divine Master Oracle, and this is Hilarion, Divine Emergence. Be seen, let the world know your gifts. Okay. Hilarion also, let's see, the great or Saint Hilarion was a master healer in the temples of Atlantis and also had incarnations in ancient Egypt. In his last incarnation, he was born to pagan parents in Syria in the 14th century AD. He studied in Alexandria, Egypt, where he converted to Christianity, and it is said that from that moment, he decided his life to be spiritual pursuit. At the tender age of 15, after hearing about the miracles of Saint Anthony, he went off to his desert hermitage for 2 months. He carved personal space, but the hermitage was busy. So he decided to go back home. But after his parents had passed, he gave up all his worldly possessions and retreated to a cave in the wilderness. Hilarion spent the majority of his life away from humanity because he was a highly sensitive being who picked up the energies of those he came close to. It is said that those who came to his cave experienced miracles, including barren women becoming pregnant and people overcoming mental and other health challenges. Now, Hilarion's soul helps lightworkers embrace their gifts and emerge from the cave of sensitivity. It's time to come out of hiding and be seen energetically. You have taken some time to retreat and recharge, which has been highly beneficial for you, mental and emotional well-being. But now it's time to emerge. Don't get too comfy or fall into old ways of being because the old you wants to hide, or old fears of persecution or judgment make you feel that you need to. You weren't born to suffer in this lifetime. You were born to surmount challenges and embrace and share your gifts. If you have been holding back or hiding a part of yourself in order to fit in or conform, you are being encouraged to break the pattern and be seen in all your glory. You are a powerful teacher and healer with the ability to break outworn family cycles and help others irradiate their brightest light. Your personal journey shows others that it is possible for them, but to do this, it has to be shared. Let all your gifts be shared. Oh, I love that card. That made me feel good. I'm glad I'm sharing my gifts with everybody. Oh, I got one more card we're reading, and I got some coded messages, and I'm going to say I love everybody and go to bed. Long day. This is the Gateway of Life activation, or Gateway of Light, Gateway of Life activation. I'm activating my life, I guess. This is the Divine Matrix, interconnectedness and synchronicity. Everything is connected. Everything that was, is, and ever will be connected by an invisible bond of energy, uniting every living being from the past, present, and even the future. This isn't a new idea. Every great mystic through the ages has understood that everything is one, and now scientists are beginning to provide evidence for it. The best way to describe the connection is as a lattice or a grid, a divine matrix, where all points on the grid and we're all connected through it. It links us to our ancestry and loved ones, aspects of ourselves, past, present, and future, and also the ancient and divine wisdom held in the quantum field of the universe. This card shows a giant stargate open up to the universe and a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. This is this is quite literally a two-dimensional image of divine matrix, and the information held within it can help us begin to understand the inner and outer workings of this incredible universe. If you spend time with this image, you'll find multiple images within it. Remind us all that nothing is happening by chance, and that even when we can't fully comprehend it, there's a greater plan unfolding. You are in alignment with the oneness of life and the inner workings of the universe. You are part of something great. That means that you are greatness expressing itself. No one thing in your life has happened by chance. Even when you felt that things have been against you, a process has been unfolding, helping you understand your connectedness to all things. So there's no need to feel insignificant or lonely. It's it's also important to remember that the universe is always working in your favor and for your highest good. You may have felt lost, but know that nothing is ever lost, for where we're all held in the heart of Source, and love is our connection to all things. That is a perfect card for the end of this reading, and this reading was really, really good. Okay, now I better not take my glasses. Now I wrote the cards down again. We had the Four of Fire, we had the Four, the King of Ocean, and we had the, what was the other four? Four of Pentacles. That's three fours. And that is clarity, evolution, uh, and stability. So that is what the three fours mean. Then we had three threes, which we know is the divine connection with unity. And we had three eights, the abundance, prosperity, and financial success. We also had two fives, change, growth, and spiritual awakening. So all of these cards, all of these numbers, all of these messages were perfect for today because it sounded like a day to remember. That's all I can say, a day to remember. So, with that said, I love everybody and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.